Shalom, real quick, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Kakadash. I'm going to entitle this video, Where Did Modern Hebrew Come From? Now, I did a video earlier on Abba Bibbins. I'll say it the way you want me to say it, but Abu, damn clown. And in that video, you said, how did you say it? You said these guys call him Yahweh Shai, ignorantly calls him Yahweh Shai, like we don't know the true name of Yahweh Shai. But you know it, you got it. So I was watching another video that was put up by Apostle Rhyme Lob, and he was kind of doing the video based on what the video that I did, and the part with Abu saying that we ignorantly call them Yahweh Shai. And I listened to most of it. I got to listen to the rest of it, but it made me prompted me to do this video. But he mentioned, I believe he mentioned Clement. He said it was two guys that knew the Hebrew, that verified that the Hebrew this is the way you speak the Hebrew, Yehudi, whatever, Yeshua, and so forth, Yahweh. So he mentioned Clement and he mentioned somebody else. You got to watch the video. And he found out through his research, I'm talking about Apostle Ramlab. See, when you do your videos, you better get your facts together, man. All right? Better get your facts together. Because we're watching everything. We're scrutinizing everything. We're dissecting everything. So he goes back and he looks at Clement and the other individual, and he finds out that they didn't speak Hebrew at all, that they spoke Greek. And Clement might be an Israelite. I got to do more research on that. When you talk about the church fathers, if not all of them, I believe most of them are Israelites, because that church father thing goes back to the so-called Byzantine Empire. We teach, and we have icons to prove it, that the people that ruled Europe during the time of the so-called Byzantine Empire were Israelites. So let's just go into it. Anyway, like I said, Apostle Ramlab did the research on these guys, Clement and the other guy. You gotta watch the video. I don't know if he mentioned his name, but he found out that these guys didn't know and they didn't speak Hebrew. And this was an argument going back and forth with Abu years ago when we first got on YouTube. He said, well, wait a minute, none of these guys spoke Hebrew. So Abu says, well, somebody told him. Who's that somebody? Was that an angel? Come on. That sounds as bad as what we say when we say it based upon faith. So if you say, can you prove it? Can you actually prove that Yahweh, that the Most High's name is pronounced Yahweh, not Yahweh? Can you actually prove that the Lord, the so-called Jesus Christ, is pronounced Yahweh Shai and not Yeshua? You really can't prove it. You would have to go back into a time machine to the time of Yahweh Shai, and then hear him speak and hear Peter call him. Oh, yep, I was there. Okay, I got my camera. Let me jump back in my time machine and come back to 2023. That's the only way you can prove it. Or an angel could come down, but then the angel, it could be a demon disguised as a righteous angel. What does Galatians 1:6 say? So, people claim that, including us, that, well, the Spirit came to us in a dream, and through the Spirit, we were guided through the Spirit. Bottom line is, the Most High wants you to praise his name and the Son's name. Why would he say, praise my name, and not give you his name through the Spirit? Another thing, and before I read this, me coming into the truth and me being in the truth, me before the truth, I was attacked by demons. When you was a kid, especially me, and I got a lot of brothers and sisters They never experienced them. They never experienced. They never said that something grabbed them and held them and threw them out of the bed. You know, I'm the only one. So come to realize that hey, I'm probably a special a special person to the Most High, meaning one of the elect. Demons never mess with my brothers and sisters. If they did, they never said nothing. But I would always say it. And there was times where demons mess with me so much that my mother had to take me out and she would make me say the Lord's Prayer, and the demons would go away. And I even seen demons. Coming into this truth, I found out these forces that hold you down that you can't speak when you're in between. You're not quite in REM sleep, but you can be in REM sleep and see demons in your dreams. But it's in between REM sleep and half being woken up. That's when the demons get you. And when you try to call on Yahweh Bashem Shai, when you rebuke the demons in the name Yahweh Bashem Shai, they leave. Sometimes they stick around. You say it a couple of times, they eventually leave. If I don't say anything, they're going to stick around. Now, sometimes you would feel heavier forces. There's levels to being a demon. The demons got rank and order. There's high demons and low demons. That's in Matthew 12. The one demon that's on you brings back demons more powerful than himself. There's your order. There's levels to demons. You got LeBron James demons. You got high school basketball kid demons. You got levels you got levels in the ranking of the demons. So I knew when certain spirits came on me, I knew it was a heavyweight demon or a lightweight demon. The lightweight demons, they would feel light. If I don't know how I can describe it, but they would feel it wasn't such a heavy feeling of paralysis on me. But some of them, they paralyze you. And you would say in your mind, this is a lightweight demon. You would say, Yahweh Bashem Shai, I rebuke you. Demon will go away. Sometimes you would feel heavier demons. You would have to say it 2 or 3 times. That eventually go away. The heavyweight demons, you can't open your mouth. You can't scream. You can't open your eyes. You're just paralyzed. The heavyweight demons that grab onto you, when you say it's a demon, you get nervous. And then you say it's a demon, then you're not nervous anymore. You get nervous at first, and then you come back to your senses, and you say it's nothing but a demon that's on me, that's messing with me. So I would go to say, well, let me rebuke the demon. So I would go to say, Yahweh Bashem Shai, rebuke in the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai. And sometimes you would have to say it 3 times, like I said. But sometimes you would say, I rebuke you in the name, and the spirit in your mind would say Satan. So you would almost say, say, and then you would catch yourself. Then you would say it again. I rebuke you in the name of say, like in your mind's lips, mouth, whatever you want to call it, because you're saying it inside of you. You can hum a song in your mind. You can sing a song in your mind. You can think things in your mind before you say it. So when I would go to call, when the heavyweight demons would be on me, I would go to call on the Lord. I would say, I rebuke you in the name of Satan. And then I would say, this demon's messing with my head. They can mess with your spirit, your soul, your mind. And I would eventually say, I rebuke you, and I'd be mad too. I rebuke you in the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai. And I would say it maybe a second time, and it would go, and it wouldn't come back. Then maybe 6 months down the road, it'll come back. I haven't had any demons jump on me in a number of years. But I would call on the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and the demons would disappear. So, I mean, that's why we say we believe it in faith. We use it and it works. So let me go into the Hebrew now. So like I said early in this video, these guys think they're experts. So now that's they ignorantly said Yahweh Shai instead of Yeshua. So like I said, when he was cornered by Apostle Rhymelab, he said Clement and another guy. And like I said, I'm just backtracking. The apostle did the research and found out neither of these guys spoke Hebrew. And so he came back and he said, well, somebody told him. I don't know who that somebody is. Was that Ichabod Crane? I don't know who that is. So you guys seem to think that you have the truth based upon what your teachers told you. Your teachers in your theological cemeteries, all right, teach you this, that, and the other. And because they wear a suit and tie and they're professors, they have to be teaching the truth because they're professors. And this is a prestigious university. Bullshit, Mr. Handman. Had to throw that in. If you know where I got that from, what movie I got that from, you're okay. You're not good. You're okay. Anyway, so it says Eliezer ben Yehuda, the father. And by the way, he came to the conclusion that the Hebrew language is being spoken. And he said, I didn't find it yet. I can look for it. He said that the Arabic was the original Hebrew, meaning the Ishmael people, the Arab people that spoke Arabic, that they never stopped speaking the Hebrew, but they call it Arabic. The word Abba, the word father in Hebrew is Abba. The word father in Arabic is Abu. The word son in Hebrew is Bun. The word son in Arabic is Abu. We say shalom or shalom, they say shalom. Shalom, shalom. Alaykum should mean peace be unto you. And that's what our Lord said to the disciples before they became apostles. He said, peace be unto you. Now, when you go into Hebrew, that word is shalom aleikum, shalom aleika to one person, shalom aleikum to more than one person, person. Okay, so the father of the modern Hebrew, Eliezer ben Yehuda, was born Eliezer Perlman in the Russian Empire in 1858. Beginning at age 3, he was educated in the traditional way. Was that? I think that's rote memorization of basic Jewish texts, the Torah and the Talmud. You don't want to know about the Talmud. That's a naughty book. So it said, okay, where did modern Hebrew come from? It says from the 9th century, and we know what happened in the 9th century, we were ruling. Esau was on the bottom. On the use of Hebrew declined. Not too many people are speaking Hebrew. When Jews moved to Palestine in the 19th, so we're talking about 10 centuries. We're talking about 1,000 years. So 1,000 years, not too many were speaking it, so they lost it. When we moved to Palestine in the 19th century, with the 1800s, they were there. You had Europeans over there before 1948, but they didn't declare that as a state until 1948. So they were already there. Hebrew was revived as a spoken language because they wasn't speaking it. Modern Hebrew, Ivrit, which is Ivrit is like if you say to somebody, Atadeba Ivrit, that you're saying, do you speak Hebrew? Atadeba Ivrit, but we would say Atha the bar speak a bar yes. That's how we would say it. Was declared the official language of Israel in 1948. So these people that came not speaking Hebrew, they had to learn it. They had to go to school to learn how to speak that form of Hebrew. And this man hasn't proven that this is the actual Hebrew that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and Moses spoke. Okay, who was the first speaker of modern Hebrew? You notice that they said modern Hebrew, the Hebrew that the small heads speak or the Jews speak, because we're not Jews, we're Yahawada. Who was the first speaker of modern Hebrew, which is their form of Hebrew? Like I said, the this guy Eliezer ben Yehuda, he came to the conclusion that the Arab people, the language that they spoke, Arabic, is the original Hebrew. So a lot of those words sound the same. It says Itamar ben Avi, Hebrew, July 30th, 1882 to April 1943. That's when he died. I guess that's when he died, 82. Well, he would have had to be like 60. Was the first native speaker of Hebrew in modern times. He was a journalist and a Zionist activist. Let me see if there's any more. So you would have to say the Hebrew that they speak is based upon faith. What language did Adam and Eve speak? The Adamic language, according to Jewish tradition, as recorded in the Midrashim and some Christians, is the language spoken by Adam and possibly Eve in the Garden of Eden. Yeah, the first, if you go to Google and you say the first written language, you're going to see the ancient Hebrew. Who made up Hebrew? Let's see. Standard Hebrew as developed by Eliezer ben Yehud, better known as Eliezer, what's his name? Perlman, was based on Meshniak spelling and Sephardic, which are our people, Hebrew pronunciation. However, the earliest speakers of modern Hebrew had Yiddish as their native language, which Yiddish is not Hebrew. Yiddish is just some German slang with a few Hebrewish words in it. It's not Hebrew. So brothers be teaching, well, Yiddish, that's what y'all speaking. No, they speak Hebrew, but it's the Hebrew that Ben Yehuda came up with. It says and if you get the book, English, Hebrew, the English Dictionary by Ben Yehuda, in the book, I have the book right in front of me, or right to the side of me. In the book, he gives you the ancient Hebrew characters. The Lashawan Kodash, you can understand. And all that means is holy language. That's all that means. Spelling in Sephardic Hebrew, pronounced. Now, the Sephardic Jews probably spoke the original Hebrew. The earliest speakers of modern Hebrew had Yiddish as their native language, meaning they wasn't speaking Hebrew. So they had to learn it from this guy and often introduce calcus from Yiddish and Phono-Semitic matchings of international words. Let me see if there's anything else. What is God the Father in Hebrew? Let me see what they say about this. So they say Yahweh. This is the Tetragrammaton, name of the God of the Israelites, not the Jews, the Israelites, representing the biblical pronunciation of YHWH. The Hebrew name revealed to Moses in the book of Exodus. Who was the father of Yahweh? Yahweh was originally described as one of the sons of, oh my good, El. Oh my goodness. But this was removed by a later emendation to the text, with the notable exception of Yahweh himself. The deities worshipped by Israel were also Canaanite. These include El, the ruler of the pantheon, Asherah, his consort, and Bel. So let me look that up. So they saying that Yahweh got a father. That's why I see why they're gonna get Obadiah 1:18. I see why. And El is in the Hebrew Allah, which means power, judge. We are gods. Okay. When the Most High divided the nations, their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is a lot of his inheritance. Okay, so I don't see it. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.